Hello, Dave Usher here, and welcome to my channel today. Hopefully, you'll come back and visit us to just and leave some comments about my painting. This is the one that I started, and I said I was going to finish it and let you look at it. A church and a few other things over here, and I put a little sailboat down here and some more foliage down here and ground cover, and a little cliff kind of right here, and a church over here, mountains, of course. And I finished that the other day. By the way, today is July the 4th. Hope everybody's having a good day out there. And it's about 6:30, 5:30 here in Southport, North Carolina. And we're going to get started with this is 11 by 14 paint canvas here, and it's about it's 5/8 thick, and it's a regular canvas that you buy anywhere at the store, Walmart, a few other places, but I get mine at a special place. So we're going to go ahead. I have a few colors here. I'm going to try to do a little beach scene here and the ocean, but remember when I always start with a wet canvas, and I prepared this. This is already prepared with a special coating. They do that at the factory, so I'm going to go ahead and kind of wet this down just a little bit. And yeah, come on back. I have some subscribers that stop into art at 87 plus, and Dave, that's me. And we're going to start with some of the sky here in a very few minutes. And I'm going to use one of my straight, I'll go ahead and use this one. I like this brush right here. And I'm going to start doing, that's a nice fine brush. So I got some colors that I'm going to be working with. Some blues, and down in here, of course, is going to be your blue ocean. And over here will probably be your beach area here. So let's get started. I'm going to go ahead and get my blues and darker blues, and just go ahead and start with this up here. And I'm going to thin it out just a little bit. I'm going to get a little bit more water here, and then go ahead and start with. Come on back and be with us if you want to follow my art and things that I do here at the studio. Just go ahead and subscribe and leave your comments. And I get some comments from people from all over concerning my art, and that's what I want to hear. Some comments, and come on back and let me know how you like the art, and if there's anything that I can help you with, let me know, and we'll get on with it here. I'm not going to talk very much today. My throat is not acting too good. But yeah, this is also the 250th anniversary, I guess, of our country, and everybody's out there celebrating. Me, I'm just going to stay in because of the heat, and where I am, it's probably up around 85 right now, but it has been kind of warm. And some of the places, my sister-in-law lives up in Maryland. She said the index was 113 degrees in Maryland. I think that's up around Beaver Dam, Maryland, somewhere around. Richmond area had some real bad storms and so on. And we're having bad storms everywhere, and hopefully everybody's going to do all right, especially DC. It's going to be crowded over there today, and so I'm just going to kind of leave it there like that. Now I'm going to bring it down in here a little bit, and this is going to be an ocean coming in. And of course, it's going to get darker in some spots, like right in here. And remember, I have a piece of tape on there, but I don't dry it off like some artists do, and then they dry it off and then they raise a piece of tape, or they get pretty good dexterity, I guess, in their hands. But being 87, we're getting up there, and just appreciate you stopping by, and hope you have a good day today. And I'm just going to bring that down in here like so. And let come down in here. I'm going to get a little darker blue right in here, and a little green mixed in here with it, and let that come over in here like so. And I'm going to a little bit more darker blue, and let it come on over here like so. Some of this is acrylic, of course, I'm using, and come on down in here like so. This is coming down around your beach area, and over in here we're going to have a tree, and you'll see that as time goes on here. So you just get perspective of what you want to lay out. Right now I'm just laying out some stuff, and see what we come up with. A little bit more of that water. Come on down. Here you go. There comes your waves in there. Just let it flow. And this is a good paintbrush for this. I use also another kind. I'm gonna bring it on down in there like this. Just let it come on in. Let it do its thing here. So that's my old saying. Let it do its thing. You have to use a little imagination too, as you're bringing your whites and come on down. So just like this, and you'll start seeing those waves coming in like so. All right, I'm going to put my water over here. I'm going to take that brush and bring it over like that. Now I'm going to use some browns and some blacks and grays, and let me see what we got here. Remember when I told you about the water coming up on a very wet sand, and because it's a lot darker, of course. And just bring it on down like so. You don't have to be perfect right off. And just follow and then kind of lighten up with with some of your, and I'm going to get a little bit more water. Right here. A little bit more. And I'm going to get a little bit of white. Come on down like so. Remember, the beach is not always as smooth. It's, you know, you get different textures and sands and pebbles and seashells coming up on the beach. And I just gotta let it go in like this, and a little bit more dark here. And kind of blend it in a little bit. I'm moving right fast here this evening, so yeah, a lot of painters, they have a variety of ways of doing things, and I learned over the years that I just do what I can and make it look as good as I can. And so, see, it's over here, so bring it down and make sure I try to do the bottoms and the sides, and because when a person looks at your painting, they get that three-dimensional kind of look of your painting. I'm going to dry it off just a little bit. Hopefully I have it plugged in. Put that aside, and let's go, and I'm going to go ahead and take this off and show you how I do this. Just peel it off and you say, Mr. David, what you got to do with that blank spot? Well, I always tell everybody, yeah, you'll see what I'm going to do with it. Now I'm going to get a little bit more white. I'm going to get it over here and find that way here. You get a little bit. Yeah, here it's my white is coming to the end. So I'm going to come down in here like so. Kind of get it. You may say, well, use a little smaller brush here and come in here like that. And one brush doesn't do it. Get your other brush and come on down. You want to come down and try to be as gentle as possible. We'll get a little bit more water because it's drying out. I have some fans going in here and it's drying out a little bit, so that's kind of dark out here. Let it blend in a little bit. Bring it down. A little bit more blue. And I'm going to put a little bit more darker blue in here. like it's underneath the clouds, you know. You've seen how it works. Now bring it down and just let it go across, and then come up with your white again. And that fan must be hitting me over there. It's been hot in the studio here today, but we got the air on, and also the fans running. So we're still rolling. Yeah, okay. Another squirt. Don't put too much on here. I'm going to come over here like so. Yeah, a little bit more white in your sky, a little bit more blue. A little bit more over here. As you get down close to your, all right, and I'm going to get a little bit more white. I use an awful lot of white and an awful lot of blues, light blues, dark blues, and yeah, it turns out all right. And always keep your paper here. I'll keep a roll of paper. And what we do is work that brush a little bit, going down, work it, maybe up in here a little bit. This is that flat brush. This is a little larger brush. You try to get your brush marks out if you possibly can. And I kind of brush it out a little. And I'm going to take it and hit it. You want to see the top of your, and come in here with a darker blue, and the clouds are not always the same, are they? They all have their way of doing things. Just make sure don't cob it too much. All right. Now I'm going to come over here and come in. Make another wave coming out there. A little bit more clouds kind of drifting over this way a little bit. And I'll put another one up here. See, with that darker background, you can really make those clouds look good. All right, we're going to leave that just a minute here. Mr. Usher always sees something that I can generate some different clouds over here. All right, now we got the basic here. Now I'm going to take a little black, and you'll see what I'm going to do here. A little black, a little blue, a little bit more black, And yeah. Okay, since that is a long way out there, I might just leave it there for a moment until I get my tree and so on. Okay, I'm going to put that part down in here. Let that soak for a few minutes. And come on over here. And I'm going to leave this right here for just a few minutes. And the reason why, I just want it to dry just a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead with a tree over in this area, if I can get my greens. And better dry that off just a little bit because it will right in here. Let's get that tree started. I'm going to start right over in here with the tree, but I'm going to put the branches first. I mean, not the branches, but the foliage first on your tree, and get some darker greens. Lighter green. I'm using this brush right here and get some of that. And let's see, I'm going to lighten it up just a little bit. I'm going to bring it down right about there for now. I'm just making a base on it. And over here, I'm going to go ahead with some foliage down in here. It's just a little darker. And I'll just lighten it up with some yellows. All right, just let that right there like that for a moment, and and make my streak here like so, and let that dry just a little bit. Right ahead, just a little bit. I'll take my other brush that I had with, I'm going to get my, okay, let's see what I can do with this brush. I'm going to stick that brush down in there. And I'm going to go ahead and come over here. That light is just, yeah. I'm just going to leave it like that for a moment and see if I can find smaller brush. Working working like this, coming over. Just gotta kind of bring it in. About half. Let that dry just a little bit because all right. Down here, I'm going to try to make it to when that I finally get my okay. All right. So far, so good. But dry that off a little bit because I'm going to work this over here a very few minutes. Okay, let's just leave that there like that. And I'm going to come over here with my greens. All right. Okay. Hopefully that's dry enough over there now. Let me see what I can do with my push brush a little bit. And see what can get some darker green. Now I've got enough green on there. I'm trying to get over here without this way. I'll put a little bit of yellow in here. Top of them trees. A little bit more yellow with the green. This tree has a lot of foliage in it. So all right. A little bit more green in there with this brush. Now how I do the top of those trees is to make it look like it's this kind of and you can bring it down a little bit more if you want. And it just makes your trees brighter, and it might be that this is a fall scene. And I'm going to come over here and do some yellow. Sometimes you can just work different colors to make it stand out. And I'm just going to bring it down in here. Like so. All right. Okay, so far, let's see what we got over there. All right. I'll set that brush aside. Well, I'll go ahead. Just wipe it off a little bit. Just wipe it off just a little bit. Now, let's see if I can get that white down here. I'm taking a little fan brush, and this fan brush is just a little stiff, but sometimes that's what you want. And I kind of tap it when I get down around here. Get that blue under. When you work with a smaller canvas, you got to do okay, it's coming in, and I'm just gonna kind of hit it like so. And it's coming into the tree. Coming in. I'm gonna come over here. I'm going to get a little bit of light green. Today. Try to find my other brush that I use. All right. There we go. And I kind of then I come in with my browns, a little bit of brown again, and kind of just bring it on over. Just like so. All right. with these trees. Let's bring it on down. Okay. And you don't have to see, when I use my other little brushes, you don't, it takes a little time to get all your branches. I could have done that at the very beginning, but we're going to see what we got here. Now, let's see, we got this over here, we got it down, and let's see if we can't get some of this. Put that over there, and a little bit more white. More white. And how it hits your shoreline. And I'm going to come over here with the brown again and bring that little bead. In case you don't want to, unless it's a real storm coming up, you don't, in your picture, you don't want to make too big of waves. Over here with your darker brown. Kind of bring it up. It doesn't have to be exact because you don't know. All right. How does it look so far? Let's see. All right. Now what we're going to do is do something over here for a moment. As soon as I get another little brush that I use for that, and I'm going to if I can when you come in close to the beach, sometimes you see these different color flowers coming up. And now we're going to come over here with another brush. If I can find that brush. This is the angle brush right here. Now I'm going to come over here with some grass. And I want to come over here. You don't need a whole lot of, come on over here. And let it come up around that tree. All right. And I'm going to come down in here with some lighter green. And going over here with a little bit of greens here. with acrylics, I love to work with acrylics. It's you could do a lot of things with acrylics, and you get different colors and different. And I'm gonna just put a couple little rocks over in here, right by the tree. Now, how you make a little lighter on the top. A little bit more white, and kind of touch that. I'm going to use a little bit more of my white. Remember what I said about using a lot of white? Alright, I think this is almost be what we want here. Alright, just kind of touch it. Just, so to stand out a little bit. Okay, and maybe over here. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and do my other thing with, maybe not that much. Let's see. See, the painter always, an artist always uses, keeps these brushes ready to paint. Okay, I'm going to go over here with blue. Always get a fly flying around, and he's trying to sniff out that paint, and you're going to get stuck if you don't watch yourself. Now what I'm going to do is, remember I said I'm going to use a little bit of green? Well, that's what I'm going to do. And why do you say, Starsha, why do you say? Because underneath your waves, at times you'll see some green coming through, and sometimes the sun, sometimes, and just, you never know what you're going to come up with. Okay, a tree don't look too bad, but I'm going to finish that. I'm going to finish that later. I'm going to get back to up there on my, if I can get a brush here. Yeah, all right. I'm going to come back up here. And a bit more white. Let's see, I better use just about a little bit more white here. Alright, this should be my mixture. Alright. It's just dry enough where it gives me what I want for the finished touch. And a bit more white. More down. Be very careful you don't hit your, all right, now. Don't be afraid to use your imagination on cloud formation. You just you work your hand and see what you can come up with. All right, and underneath those clouds, see they're drifting. The clouds are drifting. All right, now I'm going to come down here one more time. And I'll wipe that brush off a little bit. Put that aside. And I'm going to come down. And come in here. And all right. All right. There we go. Come on down. All right. A little bit more lighter. Over here. All right. Okay. All right. Okay, we're just about finished. And I don't know how long we got there, but a bit more white. Okay. Okay, folks. I think we got all we're going to get today. And we'll see what we got to do again at another time. And I want you to come back and be with me and see what we can, how we finish up this picture. And and see what we got in the near future. So this is Dave Usher saying, come back and be with me again. It's been a pleasure to be with you today. There's a few things that I have to finish here, but we'll get that done at another time. So I hope I don't. I hope I don't lose you here. But anyway, there we go. All right, yeah, we got 51 minutes. 51 minutes. How about that? Okay, this is Dave Usher saying so long for now. Remember, use your hands, your brain, your thoughts, and your heart to do your art. And subscribe to my channel, will you please? You would help me out tremendously. I have a few subscribers, and I do appreciate them. And I know they come back and visit. So you come back and be with me. This is Dave Usher at Art at 87, and plus going on 88. But anyway, you come back and be with me. God bless, and we enjoy having you. And drop a comment at the bottom of our in our link area down below there somewhere. But we're so glad you came and be with us today. God bless. Have a nice 4th of July, and stay out of the hot sun and keep cool.